I created Gift of Gab to be a safe space for Black women doing all of the things. We're navigating careers and family, health and rest and joy. This space is not just meant to be a mirror for us, but it's meant to be a megaphone. So come on in. Let me tell you a little bit about me and why I'm glad you're here. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Gift of Gab. I'm your host, Gab, and today's episode is all about getting to know the Gab behind the gift. A lot of y'all have been rocking with me for a long time, and I just think it's time that y'all got to know a little bit more about me. Now, first things first, my name is Gabrielle, but I do go by Gabby. I spell my Gabby with an I. Some of y'all like to spell it with a Y. Listen, it all sounds the same when you say my name, so there's that. Now, I hail from South Florida, from Belle Glade to be exact, where her soil is her fortune. I am the third of four children, and I grew up at my grandmama's house. Now, let me just say, my grandmother and my grandfather were married for several years and lived together. However, that was my grandmama's house. So if you know, you know. And there I was privileged to grow up with my siblings as well as a host of cousins who did not quite feel like cousins, but felt more like siblings. And I'm very grateful to the legacy that my grandparents left behind, which is a legacy of love and resilience. I just graduated high school last year, but I've been in the corporate world for almost 20 years. The math don't math, but that's just the way it is. No. But seriously, I have been a corporate girly for almost 20 years now, and I have just worked in several different just corners of the corporate world. I've worked like federally adjacent, I've worked in construction, did a little stint in law, retail. I've just had a very well-rounded career. And as of recently, maybe about 2 weeks ago, have I really been able to stand firmly on calling myself a creative. I am a creative. I am a creator, y'all. And that's important for me. That's big for me, right? Because I never thought of myself as a creator. And I would cringe, like legit get the ick at calling myself a creator. And now here I am sitting boldly on the purple couch telling y'all that I am a creator. So shout out to me for doing the work, y'all. I had to lean all the way into that. Now I've always enjoyed talking to people. I genuinely just enjoy having conversation, and I consider myself a pretty good conversationalist. So I have been fortunate enough on my journey to have come into conversation with lots of people from lots of different backgrounds who have just inspired, motivated, encouraged, made me look at some of them a little funny with no judgment, but just like a okay. Um, throughout my life. But what I will say is most of my best conversations have come from other Black women. And those Black women helped me to not just become, but to unbecome. They inspired me, they motivated me, they encouraged me, they loved on me. And I wanted to be able to bring those conversations to more Black women. I wanted you all to be privy to the great people that I come across and the great conversations that we have. A big part of that was that the fact that, like, on my journey, I often felt alone in different things that I was dealing with in life. And coming into community with these Black women just showed me that, like, A, you're not alone, and B, the support is here. You just have to you have to go find it, or you just have to be open to it finding you. Because I will say, a lot of the times the women that poured into me, I didn't always go looking for them. God blessed me with them just having to cross my path, and I'm super grateful for that. So currently I'm not a mommy, but I am the godmother to two beautiful little girls. Shout out to y'all who always see like the youngest one, Kaylee, on my timeline, and when y'all don't see her, y'all are in my DM like, "Where's the baby, Gabby? Where's the baby?" And I often have to remind y'all that like she my kid, but she not my kid. She has to go home to her parents. But I'm very fortunate that these two little girls' parents would allow me to be a part of their lives. So shout out to them for that. I am an outdoor girl. I love being outside. Now, let me say, when I say I like being outside, I'm not talking about like rock climbing and like kayaking and stuff like that. I'm not saying I won't do it, but that's not the outside I'm talking about, right? Like, I just genuinely like being outdoor in the sun. One of my favorite things to do is like take off my shoes and walk through grass bare feet. Like, that is my thing. I am also very much so a foodie. I love to eat. Okay. Um, Two of my favorite things to eat are mangoes and tacos. I absolutely love mangoes and tacos and a little piece of little margarita. If you know, you know. Um, but I love them down, and I love spicy food. Now, let me just say, make sure my mango is cold. Don't give me no warm mango. I want a cold mango. Okay. Just putting it out there in case one of y'all want to show up with a mango or share a mango. Like, it's got to be cold. I love cold mangoes. I have a big personality. I have just a huge personality, and I used to want to dim that light a lot. Like, I was taught somewhere along the way that, like, girls with big personalities, like, they can be seen in a negative light, so you shouldn't be like that. Nowadays, baby, this big personality just shines through. It absolutely does. Let me see. What's a few more fun facts about me? I'm a Virgo. And according to all of the things I've seen about a Virgo, I live a very, very, very Virgo life. Okay. And one of the things I think that like one of my traits as a Virgo that really shows up is like I tend to be a fixer, very much so a fixer. And I've had to do a lot of work to understand that, like, girl, you can't fix everybody's life. But Gift of Gab helps me to be able to feel like I'm contributing something positive to you ladies on your journey. But that is I from everything I've read, that is a very, very Virgo part about me. So if you know some Virgo facts that you have, you've watched me on Gift of Gab and you're like, oh yes, girl, like this says you're a Virgo, let me know. Like, put it in the comments, DM me, just let me know if you think my Virgo traits come out here on Gift of Gab. Hey girl, looking to deepen your walk with God and reflect more intentionally? Well, the God Promise Journal is your 30-day companion for prayer, scripture journaling, and personal growth. Y'all, this journal was thoughtfully designed with guided prompts, inspiring verses, and space to pour out your heart. I promise it's more than a journal, it's a spiritual journey. And as a special gift for Gift of Gab listeners, use code GIFTOFGAB20 at checkout to save 20% on your order today. Visit the link below to start writing your walk with God. I want to be clear on a couple of things as it relates to Gift of Gab. First of all, Gift of Gab is not a self help podcast. I don't consider it that at all. I really consider Gift of Gab a self honor podcast because I think it's important that no matter where you are in your journey, that you honor where you are, but also honor where you can be or have to go. So this podcast is not about me coming to tell you all what to do or any of the guests telling you all what to do. It's really about us being in the spaces with you, healing with you, crying with you, laughing with you, experiencing joy with you. It's really about just letting you all know that you are not alone and you don't have to go through your journeys in life alone. We're here with you. Some of the podcast episodes that you see here on Gift of Gab, some of them will just be me. Some of them will include guests. And if you are following me on the socials, specifically Instagram and TikTok, from time to time, I will go live on there. And I'd love to have you all come and join in and let's do some Q&A, some some quick chats. I just like to check in with you all to hear from you all about some of the episodes that you've watched, or maybe some topics you'd like to cover, or even if you are interested in being a guest or know a person that you think should be a guest. Come tell me, come join those lives, have a quick, kind of midweek chat with me, or hop in my DM and let me know how I can support you. See that Virgo trait coming out? Some of the episodes you will cry, some you will laugh, some, will just be for you to just learn something. Either way, what I really want you to know as a Black woman is that you belong here. Gift of Gab is about you and for you. You absolutely belong here. I want you to know that this space is for us to, you know, show our brilliance, but also feel safe enough to show our burnout, right? Gift of Gab will not be boxed into a particular conversation or a particular genre. We will explore all of the things that make us who we are uniquely. And again, I just want you to know that this space is for us. It was created with us in mind, with us on my heart. So I hope that in the episodes that you have seen and will see, that you will want to stick around and invite another woman or anybody to come and partake in the Gift of Gab episodes. And so I hope that in episodes that you have seen or that you will see, that you want to stick around and that you encourage another woman to come and be a part of the Gift of Gab community. There are sure to be some phenomenal guests coming up here in the near future. And I just want to make it clear that not all of our guests will always look like us. And that is okay, because on my journey as well, I have been able to learn from people who didn't always look like me or talk like me or worship the way I worship. And that made them no less valuable in my life or in life in general. So we will be talking to people from all walks of life, no matter who they are or where they're from. That I think is also what helps us on our journeys to be to being open, right? To being open to learning from other people. Following me on all the socials, this is your time to do so. We are on, I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify. Everything is Gift of Gab, okay? So make sure you are tapped in, tuned in, so that you won't miss a single episode. You won't miss the guest, and you can connect directly with me to give me feedback, to let me know who you want to see or what you want me or any guest to talk about here on Gift of Gab. Okay. And for all of you all who have been supporting me on this journey for so very long, I want to tell you thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. There is no way I could live out my dreams without you all supporting me. And I am just very, very, very eternally grateful to you all for supporting me and being in my corner. So thank you so very much. So I love y'all. And as always, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Till next time.